Welcome to the California Democratic Party presentation on the 2012 delegate selection process to the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. As a delegate, you will represent California to the Democratic National Convention and vote to approve the 2012 Democratic Party platform and vote to nominate President Barack Obama for re-election to the office of President of the United States. This presentation will go over basic facts about the delegate selection process, as well as key dates you will need to know as you become one step closer to being a California delegate to the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte. The delegate selection process is written by members of the California Democratic Party in accordance with the guidelines set by the Democratic National Committee. The California Plan, as approved by the DNC, sets very clear goals and requirements for our delegate selection process. In the upcoming slides, we will review the plan's gender requirements, representation goals, the number of delegates allotted to California, and the different types of delegates California will be sending to the Democratic National Convention. The gender requirement is mandated by the Democratic National Committee and is strictly enforced to make sure that the delegates within a one-person variation are 50% female and 50% male. Representation goals, or affirmative action goals, are set based on a lot of different factors. These goals are just that, goals. In opposed to the strict gender requirement, these goals are here to make sure that California's delegation to the Democratic National Convention remains the most diverse. California has always had the most diverse delegation, a tradition we are proud to continue. Next, we will review the type of delegates California will be sending to the Democratic National Convention, as well as the number of different delegate types. As you can see, we are allotted 365 district-level delegates with 34 alternates, 121 at-large delegates with 12 alternates, 61 PLEOs, or party leaders and elected officials, as well as 64 unpledged delegates. These unpledged delegates are made up of California's members on the Democratic National Committee, members of California's congressional delegation, and California's Democratic governor. First, let's talk about the district-level delegates. Each of California's 53 2012 congressional districts are allocated a number of district-level delegates and alternates. Now please note that these congressional districts are not the current congressional districts. They are the new 2012 lines as set by the California Redistricting Commission. Potential candidates for district-level delegate must submit a Form A during the filing period of February 27th through April 11th. Please note that the filing period is now open. Delegate selection caucuses will be held Sunday, April 29th in each of the new 2012 congressional districts where registered Democrats will be able to vote and slate that district's delegates. Remember, only Democrats that live in the congressional district can vote in the congressional district caucus. Presidential vote levels per congressional district in the primary will determine which district-level delegates are selected based on the caucus rankings. The breakdown of these numbers is available on the California Democratic Party website. Next, we are going to speak about at-large delegates. At-large delegates are selected from a statewide pool and offer another way for Democrats to participate in the National Convention. Potential candidates for at-large delegate must submit a Form B pledging their support to a presidential candidate within the filing period of February 27th to June 13th. Selection of the at-large delegates will be confirmed at the June 24th statewide delegation meeting. Next, we will talk about party leaders and elected officials. PLEO delegates are Democrats from one of the following categories on the next slide. PLEO delegates are Democrats from one of the following categories: big city mayors, statewide elected officials, state legislative leaders, state legislators, other state, county, or local elected officials, as well as leaders from the California Democratic Party. PLEO applicants must submit a Form C pledging their support to a presidential candidate during the filing period of February 27th to June 13th. Selection of the PLEO delegates will be confirmed at the June 24th statewide delegation meeting. Now let's break down the process of how to apply for national delegate. You must be a registered Democrat and apply as one of the three types of delegate: district level, at-large, or PLEO. Anyone wishing to apply must submit a signed application for their Form A, Form B, or Form C to the California Democratic Party by the deadlines indicated. Forms A, B, and C are currently available online at www.cadem.org/delegate2012. Whether you complete the form online or download it to fill it out, you need to sign the application or the PDF receipt emailed to you and either mail it to the California Democratic Party or fax it to the number listed here. Now we are going to go forward with some key dates that everyone should know. February 27th, statements of candidacy and Forms A, B, and C are available at www.cadem.org/delegate2012. April 11th, filing deadline for district level delegates and alternates. April 29th, district level caucuses to slate district level delegates and alternates. June 5th, California's primary election. June 13th, filing deadline for at-large delegates and alternates and PLEO delegates. June 24th, statewide delegation meeting to select at-large and PLEO delegates as well as the remainder of the delegation. And of course, September 3rd through 6th, the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information, you can go to www.cadem.org/delegate2012. During the last part of this presentation, we will go over the delegate selection caucuses. They will be held statewide at a predetermined location within your new 2012 congressional district on Sunday, April 29th, 2012. Start times for the meetings will be announced as we get closer to the event. Who can vote? Any Democrat residing in your congressional district is eligible to vote. Remember, a 17-year-old who will be 18 by or before November 6th, 2012 can register and vote at the caucus. Any person residing in the district can register as a Democrat on site and vote at the caucus that day. You are allowed to vote for as many delegates as your congressional district is allocated. Each congressional district has a specific number of delegates allocated to it. For example, if your district has 7 delegates allocated, you can vote for up to 7 people, male or female. If you are not elected, do not worry. It is not the end of the road. The filing period for at-large or PLEO delegates will still be open, and you can file your Form B or C right after the meeting if you hadn't already done so. And remember, you do not have to stay for the entire meeting. You may cast your vote and leave. You also do not need to be in attendance to be elected. You can have a surrogate speaker that can speak for you up to 30 seconds. With that, we are at the end of our presentation. For more information, you can go to www.cadem.org/delegate2012, or you can email any questions you have to delegate2012@cadem.org. We would like to take this time to thank Bob Mulholland, Kobe King, Chris Myers, Dennis Raj, and Robert Jordan for their help putting together this presentation. This is Christopher Guerrero. I've been your moderator, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join us today.